Hey, we're live. We're live. Yes. Anyone that's been waiting for Dean to go live, we've had a few technical issues. We've been in touch with the BBC and they were no use. So we've just decided to set up a live on my channel and we're still going to do the same thing. So yeah, we're off and running. So my good man Dean here is going to basically get me through this video because I'm totally lost.
Yeah, like my good mate just said, then we're all good to go on my channel literally 5 or 10 minutes ago, and there was bloody issues with the camera and all that. But yeah, a bit of an headache. I haven't got the patience for all this technology bollocks, to be honest with you.
Well, that makes two of us, mate.
I was going around in circles figuring out what it was, but anyhow, we're taking a look at the iconic beer that is Quack on the Perfect Draft. And we've got this ridiculous bloody glass as well.
Yes, at the ready, all cleaned.
All cleaned.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, but Barry, you're probably the man to rock on with the prices and whatnot.
All the prices and that. Well, yeah, I mean, what's it coming out in a bottle normally? £3, isn't it?
About £3.50-ish. Yeah, depends. Yeah.
So that's a 330ml bottle. The kegs are the equivalent of like 24 bottles, aren't they? So you can pretty much say what we're looking at: 72, 75 quid if you're buying bottles for the same amount. Well, this comes in at 41.90, doesn't it? And as you know, you get your £5 keg deposit in there.
Yeah.
And if you're fortunate enough to get it with discounts, you can knock another £5 off that, can't you? So
well, yeah, like I said to you in when we were having messages and stuff like that, I managed to get the keg on the singles weekend that Beer Up did. I think it was last weekend or the weekend before.
Yeah.
Where it was 11% off. So I just got that keg, and it was, well, I got the P&P for free basically, and I think I had a tenner beer tokens. So that cost me 32 quid delivered.
Yeah. I mean, sort of normal standards, you're looking about, well, you're looking about £32, aren't you? I know, roughly. So I mean, it works out a lot cheaper than bottles.
Yeah, but, 8.4% ABV Belgian classic beer.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time since I've had it, to be fair, although I did have a little cheeky taster of it when I was talking to you the other day.
Yeah.
I had a bit of an issue. So if there's any Perfect Draft people that are watching, I had a bit of an issue with the counter, the days counter on it. It went all blur, and I think it was a question mark that appeared.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's sorted.
So it wasn't destined to be this live, was it? I don't think. We've had your Perfect Draft maybe going up the blink.
Don't know. Headaches, mate, headaches. But hey,
and
we're here now.
Going. We are here now. We've got a few comments on. Salty Popcorn. Scott let me know you were at Barry's live on my one. That's because, like we said, things went a little bit tits up, to put it politely. So we have managed to get it going now. Rod J Beer Ventures is in, so thank you for joining, Rod. And guess who else is in? Guess who else is in? And it's not Thomas at the moment. About bloody time, their response was.
I can't see the comments.
Good old Scott and Wonder. Just to come and mock us, I think.
I did ring him up though to get some advice off the bloke.
Yeah. And here he is. How is Baz doing this? The man's like Forrest Gump of YouTube. Yes, pretty much.
He's doing it.
Yeah, it's working, Scott.
Yeah, I was going to say, he got further than I fucking did.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. And we've got no echoes either. The last time I'd done a live, I think with John, I couldn't find my headphones. I was getting all these echoes. I had to set it up on my laptop, and I found my headphones the following day, just like that, which is about right, isn't it? So yeah. So should we crack on with this now?
Yeah, let's crack on. Let's take bets, ladies and gents. Are we both going to get a glass of bloody foam each with this?
Well, I think you'll be all right because you've had some. I haven't even started mine yet.
Oh, right. Anyway,
I'm going to go for that much foam. I'm going to go for a third of foam.
Let's see.
Because that's what you expect, isn't it? So let's get cracking then.
I'll just put it in the stand and then I'll show it.
We'll see how Dean got on first. Mine's actually settling really good. Oh,
it's getting there. I mean, it's leveling itself off. We've got that sort of nitro sort of action. Let me just.
That's the glass that's helping that, isn't it?
It's slowly going up.
Well, I managed to get that one.
Well, you're Mr. Tappy though, aren't you? You are.
Well, I don't know. The way it was pouring, it was down there to start off with. So,
and you got more taps. You got more taps in your house than bloody Pimlico plumbers.
I know, and most of them pour beer and not water, which isn't a bad thing, is it, mate? It's not a bad thing, that. So,
well, I mean, yeah, I think it's leveled itself off now. That's quite decent. I'll stick it in the holder.
I'll be happy to have that beer every day served to me like that.
Yeah.
So, do you want to do the honours? Or are we going to sort of sniffy together, Mon?
We'll sniffy together if you want.
We'll sniffy together. That sounds a little bit rude, but
well,
we'll sniffy together.
Amber pour anyway, innit? And of course, 3 degrees. You've got that Chile's on there, but an amber beer.
I got gentle carbonation, not
a great deal. Creamy as ever. 2 and a bit finger head.
We'll try and get some. Yeah, let's get a bit more light for you lot. So yeah, 2 and a bit finger mine would have been. So let's give her a sniff. A bit dubious about swilling this one.
Yeah, I'm going to hold it in my hand, I think, and it'll warm up a little bit more and all then.
Ooh. Let's do what.
I don't know about what's your stance on the 3 degrees with this type of beer. Do you think it's a little bit under?
Yeah, for me, I think a lot of these ones, be better if they're warmer. And as you say, hold it in your hand and that. So I totally get all that. The downside to that for me is your beer's slowly dying while you're holding it, and if you know what I mean.
It won't last long. It won't last long enough, mate.
It won't last long with you, no. Let's go in. I'm going to give it a sniff then. Very much sort of.
Well, it's that classic Belgian yeasty candied sugar sort of aroma to it, isn't it? There's no hiding that.
I'm not getting so much of the yeasty thing in there. I am getting sort of toffee and caramel.
Borderline fruitcakey, yeah. Malty fruitcake.
It smells nice. It smells lovely.
It does smell nice, mate. Should we go in for the kill on that?
Too right. I know holding me glass for 2 lot. Got to do it with a stand, don't we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
it's a business, isn't it?
Much more in the flavour than I was getting on the nose. Even though I was picking them bits up on the nose, it's got a real bold flavour.
Although I get a little inkling of that 8 point. Is it 8.4 or 8.5?
8.4 this one.
8.4. I get a little inkling of it, but it's not too overwhelming.
No, it's a little tickle in the background, I would say.
Yeah, just a little bit of warmth along the lines of like what you said from the nose, a bit of caramel, a bit of malt. Tad spicy in there, and a little bit of spice in there.
Just getting a little warming from it as well now. But I don't know if that's Friday night catching up with me. I had a bit of a rum one Friday night, and then a few yesterday. I think that could just be the warmth coming through from that still. But yeah, it reminds me, I know it sounds daft because it's an ale, but it's not an English ale, is it? But it's very much got that feel of a strong English ale.
Yeah, a strong dark ale along the lines of Broadside or Old Peculiar, 1845. You've got that fruitcake vibe in there, but it's the Belgian spin on it for me. With you get that candied yeasty sugary sort of thing in there. It's beautiful. It really is. It's a lovely beer. Yeah.
The more I'm drinking now, the more I'm getting that yeastiness.
I don't trust this bloody bit of wood though.
Well, I'll leave mine in there for now while you're chugging away.
It's very, very Moorish.
It is very more. I've just seen a comment from Scott. Very, very insulting. No, he could be right. He could be right on this one. Should we go down a few? Should we go down a few? I got way behind here. Oh, God. Oh, bloody touching things now. So, where were we? Where were we? Everyone's in the house. Everyone's in the house. Jesus Christ.
Good.
Now, how do we do this? If we just touch the comment, shouldn't that come up on the screen?
It should do, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. There's back to Scott being polite, as he always is. There's Scott insulting me again. John's in the house. He said,
hey,
what's going
JB.
on then, Badder? Good man, John. What's going on, John? Well, you know what my lives are like. They tend to go wrong. On this occasion, it probably was my fault, even though it was Dean's live. But we managed to get going, and we, Mason, and get this Quack review going. We've got Kenny Join. Good day, mate. Thank you for tuning in. And Northern Southerner saying hello to you, Dean.
I think you did a very good. Just going onto JB. He posted the Beavertown beer that's in the supermarket, Sainsbury's. He put that out this morning, and I think it was very good review of what he did of it. He was very honest, and he was very passionate about it.
I think that's very much
beer branding. I mean, it all boils down to that, really. But yeah, go and check his video out.
I've seen it, and I was very much along the same lines. I think these days, you're getting. My comment on this thing was you're getting beers that should be in 330ml cans for 180. Yeah, what they seem to be doing now a lot is putting that same quality of beer, if you like, in a 440ml can and charging you £3.50.
Yeah,
it's when you pay that £3.50, you expect a bit more, don't you? But I think they're still banging out a slightly cheaper beer.
There are some belting IPAs in the supermarket. We know that, and the guys that are watching know that. There's some fantastic, well-priced IPAs. You know, with flavour, with a good ABV. Yeah. But then there's some bloody too safe. Let's just be polite about it and say they're too safe. Mediocre, boring, and you drink it and move on, and you just
want to charge you the big price, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. You know, it is a bit of a piss take, yeah.
And I think that's where the gripe is, really, isn't it? For me, I think that's where the gripe is when you know, life and death, a 180 can, fantastic beer. You know, there's some of these 440 cans that, you know, they're not even living up to that, are they?
No.
So you look at the price and you think,
yeah. I mean, they're not. Yeah, of course, they're not all like that. There are some really good ones there, but you've just got. I guess you've just got to sift through it, haven't you, and make your own conclusion on it. And again, it all boils down to the good old opinion, isn't it? And an opinion on a product. You may love it, I may loathe it.
Yeah.
It don't make you right. It don't make me right. You know, it's just personal preference, isn't it, with these sort of things, I guess.
I've not had that beer, but do you think maybe Beavertown haven't moved with the times? Because craft beers have got much better generally.
Considering when they first came to the scene, they were the dog's balls in the London scene and trickling out of London. They had a very, very good reputation way back with some cracking beers. And a fantastic core range lineup as well. Yep. But you know, we touched on that thing with the Heineken takeover and it quality dropping.
Yeah. Which I'll point something. I'll say something now. Obviously, the craft beer side of things, if breweries take over, they're going to get slated, aren't they? and everyone's going to expect the beers to go downhill. Well, you know as well as me, Dean, that I've had plenty of beers on the blade, Austrian beers and what have you, that are obviously owned by Heineken, but are still fantastic beers. So why do you think it's maybe happening with the likes of Beavertown or some of these, you know, selling their soul, if you like? Is it Heineken or well, yeah? Do you think maybe then some of these Austrian beers that I've had would have been 10 times better? Well, you know, better in the past before Heineken had them. Not that we're here to talk about that. But
well, it's like this, isn't it? What we're drinking now.
Well, yeah, still a decent beer.
It's brewery Bosteels that were acquired by AB InBev. I don't know when they bought them out, but I'm guessing they've been under the InBev umbrella for quite a few years now. This product right now is absolutely cracking, and maybe dare I say, stick my neck on the line and say it's a world-class beer or knocking on the door.
Yeah, yeah.
And have InBev mucked about with it?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's been a little bit, as with maybe all of the beers, but unless you've been around years ago, well, you have, you know, you've been doing this for years, haven't you? But my only experience of this, well, my first experience was only 3.5 years ago. So
yeah,
I only know probably how it is now, and not if it was any different, how it was.
I think it's more the dismantling of craft beers than the traditional beers.
Yeah.
And slightly diluting down the original form of what that beer was, whether it was an IPA, a lager, or whatever. I mean, that's irrelevant, but just the complete diluting down of the product with the craft side of things, and acquiring a craft brewery, and then changing the moving the goalpost, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to think with the ones that I've had on the Perfect Draft, I don't know which craft ones you've had, to be honest, but I've been impressed with pretty much all of them. The craft ones that have sort of seemed to have stayed the same.
Yeah, it's been more traditional really for me on this settle. Yeah, the old school traditional beers.
Yeah.
That I've put in the machine. And I've been pleased with every sort of keg purchase that I've had. I mean, of course, I haven't had as many as you, but the ones that I have had.
What are you saying? I'm a drunk.
Well, you're Captain Keggy, aren't you?
I've just had 3.5 years more time to do it.
Yeah.
But
you're the first port of call when it comes to stuff like this, because obviously you've been doing it a lot longer. You're more clued up with these beer machines. But yeah, I've been impressed with what I've had.
Yeah. I mean, it's happening with all beers anyway, isn't it? You know, whether people want to have a dig at AB InBev or Heineken, you know, Molson Coors and all that lot. You know, they're ruining shit beers anyway, aren't they? I mean, the beer, what they tend to chuck out is shit, but they're ruining them as well. But you know,
yeah. It's the old age argument though with it, with these, you know, these takeovers and stuff like that. It's just going to keep happening and happening and happening. There's no getting away from it.
No, and there's always going to be penny pinching.
Yeah, cost cutting. You know, let's take a bit out of that and a bit out of that, and you know,
nobody will notice. Well, they do actually.
They do, yeah, they do.
People do fucking notice. Let's go through some of these comments, mate. Because
fly away, mate.
On. Beardy's coming. He said, "Hello, dudes. How do, Beardy?" He said hello to Scott. Scott said hello back. Basil will be foaming if he gets flam. Is that flam? Is it? No idea what he's on about. John, get yourself one of these robots. Scott's said it was rather a large head.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
You all good? I don't know whether he's on about us or anyone else, but I'm good anyway. I don't know about Dean. I'm good now after Friday.
Yeah. Sundays are a good day for me.
They normally are for me. I do
enjoy a Sunday, I must admit.
Still struggling a little bit after Friday, mate. I didn't go nuts, but I wasn't very well when I got in. Rod J Beer reviews Quack, a tasty brew. There from what I remember, yeah, it's still a really lovely beer. It's probably about one of the.
That's beautiful.
It's probably about one of the few Belgian beers that actually reminds me of an strong English ale.
No, I get completely where you're coming from with that.
It's almost less Belgian than you expect. I think maybe a little bit. Or is it just because
I don't know? It's that multi fruitcakey presence in there. It just it shines through, and it makes the beer what it is, really, I guess.
Yeah. But it's a cracker. Like I said to you in the past, this was one of the first kegs. When I ordered my machine, I got it about 3.5 years ago. I ordered Quack and Lowenbräu. And Lowenbräu blew me away. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. You know, coming from someone who'd been drinking like Carlin and stuff, it was like, oh. And then when that went in, and I'm not going to go into the story, but you've heard it, and you're the one with the Quack and let me in-law drink it all. You know, I was devastated after that. But yeah, it's them first 2 kegs really made me think this was a purchase that was well worth the money. And I have no regrets.
Another level.
We'll go for a few more. Northern Southerners said, hello, Beardy. Beaker's back, or Beaker's got a friend. There we go. That's from David. Hello, Rod from Beardy. Hello, David. Yes, we got lots of hellos. I'm Great Scott after the Man United news, yeah, because Ollie's gone, hasn't he now?
Ollie's gone.
Ollie's gone. Ole, ole, ole.
It was only a matter of time, though, wasn't it, really, to be honest? He was bloody dead man walking for a few weeks now.
Yeah, they were just waiting for it, weren't they? I mean, 4-1 against Watford. Not a great thing, is it?
That's a proper shaft in that, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Rod J said, hello, Beardy. He was on borrowed time. Scott said, yeah. Perfect draft would, yes. It would, Scott. This has been something I've said a few times.
Yeah.
Dean will agree. Somebody did point out on one of my videos, and it's a valid point. I totally get where they're coming from. But I think if you've got a beer in a machine, I think you could keep it at a certain temperature. Unless you're keeping it at a silly temperature for so long, I don't think it's going to affect the beer myself. But somebody said, you know, beer is supposed to be kept low anyway. Something like, I don't know, 1 degree or something, even when it's stored. But I think if it's in a machine and you've got 10 pints of it, you know, a lot of people are going to finish that keg, aren't they? If they've got friends around, they're going to finish that in a day.
Yeah.
Even a few days. So I think even if you could set it at like 6 or 7 degrees, I don't really think you'd have a problem with the beer. I don't know what you think, but
no, it'd be a useful. It'd make a good selling point as well. If yeah, all right, it's probably going to cost a little bit more. It's going to cost a few quid more to put that onto the machine and you know, put the software behind it and get everything all singing and dancing on there. But I think people would appreciate that sort of gadget on their system.
Well, I know there are people that have opened up their machines and actually put a thermostat on it that you can adjust. Obviously, their warranty would be
straight out the window.
No, I'm not one of them, by the way. I can't even set up a fucking StreamYard video. Never mind fucking taking fucking perfect draft of it. Never mind that. But yeah, I mean, you think we store beers. I mean, we all probably do it, like Belgian beers and that. Just put them somewhere dark.
Just stick them in a cupboard.
They're not necessarily stuck in a and there's no way any air can get into that keg, is there?
No.
So surely, if there's nothing getting in and it's the same temperature, is it going to be?
I think it's more of an appreciation for the actual beer that you're putting in the machine as well. I mean, like dark arts. you know, yeah, you can go into a pub and have a pint of Guinness. It's bloody ice cold, and that's how it is.
No
But
taste.
with like something like dark arts on the system,
Yeah.
you want all that chocolatiness to sort of pop from it. And I think at 3 degrees, it's just never going to happen. It will eventually, as soon as that beer warms up.
Yeah.
And if you just,
you do
take
get
it away
it,
at it.
You do get it. I don't know if you have dark arts.
No, I haven't. No.
In all fairness, you do get it. But if it was warmer, you would get it a lot more and you would appreciate the beer more, wouldn't you, as you're saying?
Yeah.
And that can only be good for however you want to, if you want to call it Beer Hawk or AB InBev, that would only be good for them because their beers are going to shine more, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, for me.
It's just that added extra as well, isn't it? Of tweaking whatever you're putting in there. I don't really, you know, I'll buy a keg every now and then and probably put a review out of something. But I know there's probably people out there that really sort of like back-to-back order almost. Just to have that added extra of tweaking it. You know, you've got a lager in there one week, so you keep it on 3 degrees is normal. And then the next week you've got a strong dark Belgian beer or stout, and you just, you know,
well, the funny thing is, what have we got here? Oh, yeah. 2 out of 10 dark arts on the PD. According to no, I'm not going to put this on.
Don't even go there.
No, I got halfway through the thing and I thought, no. But this one behind us, that is actually adjustable. You can set the beer monster thing. You can adjust that between 2 and 12 degrees. I haven't sussed it out yet. Even though I've read the instruction, press this, that, and the other.
Trial and error, though,
and then funny things keep going. But you can adjust that. So if you can adjust it on there, because you can buy all sorts on there, can't you? You know, a 5-litre mini keg is endless, isn't it? What you can have. So they've obviously gone with it. I've yet to try it properly myself.
Okay.
But it, you know, would be interesting. So shall I go through a few more? Bless them. This should be you doing this, you know, not me.
I've got.
Dear.
So it'll come back to me with a triple caramel.
That's it. It will. David Thompson's just having a bit of a dig because he's a Liverpool fan. So he's having a dig at Man United. That's just because Liverpool look better then, don't they? Salty popcorn. This is going to get messy. Have you both had your roast dinners? Don't want to. No, I haven't. No. This was set up a week or 2 ago, was it? Well, ages, I think we were. So my missus knew what the crack was. So,
but it was your sort of like idea, wasn't it, to get the two
strong ones.
Beers.
Yes.
Yeah. So how it should have been is me. We were going to review this beer on my channel, and then to be confirmed, we were going to do triple caramel on Barry's, but we'll swap it over now. And
it's not an issue.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
And this is Scott's response to me drinking too much beer. And listen, do you know what? I get so much stick off bloody David and Scott. Horrible. Tram. Yeah. He's on about the thingy one, isn't he? The salt beer, isn't he? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Beavertown have been lost in the craft beer revolution. Heineken haven't helped their situation. They just,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they obviously sold. They just, God, they got there at Tottenham, and they sell their beer in the Spurs ground, don't they? They were about Spurs.
They were banging on the right drums when Beavertown first came around. You know, they were definitely, they had people's attention. They were making some really, really good beers. So obviously that's gonna spike the interest in the big boys to have a look and see what they're doing. And obviously they moved in with a checkbook, didn't they? And Logan said, "Yeah, sign that check. Let's, welcome handshakes and all that." And
do you think they've changed much? Because my first experience at Beavertown, And I mean, this is how new I am to it. Like you know, you've been doing this for years. Was when that Bastion Ale House pub opened in my town, and the very first beer I had from them, which was they opened like November 2019, so still quite recent. So my first experience was a neck oil, and I thought it was really good.
Neck oil, yeah, the session beer, neck oil.
You know, would that have changed then? Did Heineken own them by then, or
when was that?
2019.
Yeah,
Heineken.
Yeah,
so probably did. I was thinking.
Heineken owned them then. They've owned them for a few years now.
Yeah.
I haven't had neck oil for a long time, but I always hark back to Gamma Ray. That's the most recent beer that I had from Beavertown that I thought was a bit of a letdown. But
yeah,
when I had it the very first time back in 2015, 2014, maybe, or around about that sort of time, it was an eye opener. And even back then, it was a game changer because it was like one of the first canned beers. Well, they were bottling still, and I think then they moved over to cans. But it was that standout wrap. It was all new.
Yeah.
There weren't many breweries knocking out that sort of like loud branding.
That's it. Yeah.
So it stood out straight away. I mean, even to this day now, I think they're riding off the back of that branding a little bit.
Yes. Without a doubt, aren't they?
With obviously what going back to JB's review of Eye Gravity, a very nice looking loud can that draws you in. But it's not mission accomplished, is it? Because what's inside it doesn't follow through.
It has to be the thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you've got brash branding like that, the beer has to mirror up to it, and unfortunately, it doesn't.
No. I had the Gamma Ray myself. That was after I'd had the neck oil, and I can't think how long ago it was after that. But I wasn't so keen on the Gamma Ray myself.
I think as an American pale ale goes, back then I thought it was wicked. Now, a little bit watery and underwhelming, really.
Yeah.
I know they've just brought back Black Betty and Smog Rocket in their core range, so that'd be quite interesting to see how they fare up in 2021, because again, back then they were decent beers. I mean, Black Betty for a black IPA, it was cracking, and Smog Rocket, Smoke Porter, again, spot on. But I haven't.
Well, carry on. No, go on.
I haven't tried them since.
Well, it'll be interesting.
Ago.
I'll tell
years
you.
Ago, mate.
We should do a live then, and I'll tell you why. Because you've had it from years ago. I've never had them, so it'd be interesting to.
Maybe something to do, yeah.
Hear your point of view from someone who's had it years ago when, they were good, if you like, and then me giving a view totally blind as to what I think of it. Because you're going to get two different views. You're almost going to get, I don't know how do you put it. I'd like to think I know half decent beer if I drink one, but I mean,
it's a little bit of an experiment, isn't it? If nothing else, it's a taste experiment. I can't recall exactly, word for word of what I got, but I know when I did try it, I did like it.
Yeah.
What I was drinking back then, I did enjoy. So to revisit something like that now would be, it's just a little beery experiment.
Well, it sort of, if you like, it sort of opens it. It's almost looking into how people think of beer. As in, like I say, with all your experience and trying beers in the past, to people who review beers. Well, no, this is serious, like, isn't it? Because you try more sort of fancier beers, if you like, don't you? Better beers. For me, it's almost going to be like.
I'm open to anything. I'll I'll try the new stuff, and then I'll go back a little bit and try some supermarket stuff or some low end budget beers. I don't draw the line on anything. I'll try anything because I love beer. Full stop.
Because you've tried it in the past at its probably better stage. I'm going to be more like a Joe Bloggs trying it, aren't I?
It would be interesting to see, to see what when you open that can and you pour it and you taste it, to see what you actually think of that beer.
Yeah. I mean, I may have the same opinions as you, if we do something like that, and I may come out and say, well, I think it's a bit pissy, watery, it's shit, and you may go exactly the same, but it used to be.
It's like going back to what I use as a point of reference with beer changing is Punk IPA. There's a whole generation out there that only know Punk IPA for what it is now, and not what it was.
Again, hasn't it?
We keep just chipping away at it. A little bit here and a little bit there, just stripping it away from what it is. But there might be people out there that actually adore it as it is here and now.
Yeah.
And I've no inkling at all of what that beer was, 8 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I quite, it's 5.4 now, is it? Or 5.4, isn't it? It's gone down from 5.6, I think, to 5.4. I'm not at the 5.4 one.
They're pissed about with all their beers, though, aren't they? Elvis Juice. Fucked about
Elvis
that.
Juice. The first time I had that was in Weatherspoons about 3 years ago. Maybe a bit less. Could be 3 years. I don't know. And I couldn't stand it. Well, I'd say I couldn't stand it. I was starting to dabble with higher strength, sort of different beers. So it'd be interesting to try it now. I'd probably turn around and go, that's awful. I mean, I did like it. I reviewed it last year. I think I had a bottle for my birthday. I think I had a big load of bottles and I quite enjoyed it. But I wonder if it's all sort of gone a little bit synthetic.
Well, we did that on Scott's channel. We did that Brewdog thing.
Yeah.
And we had Elvis Juice in that hangout, and it was piss poor. When it first came out, it was a belting grapefruit infused IPA, and it really, the grapefruit really popped.
Yeah. I couldn't believe how it was just like.
And it's just shadow of its former self, really.
Yeah.
And that's all down to Brewdog really dismantling their own products, which I think is bloody criminal. When they've got something so iconic, and I'm sorry for banging on the drum about punk all the time, but it was a game changer. Seriously, it was a game changer way back. It had that respect and credibility, and for them to dismantle it,
it's quite insulting to people it's quite insulting to people who actually put them where they are, I think. Because if it wasn't for the likes of you and many other beer drinkers that actually dabbled in them and took that chance of trying their beers when it was all new, that nobody would have touched them, or they're now like saying, well, fuck you lads that have drunk all this for years and loved it and got us to where we are now. We're going to water it all down and give it to Joe Bloggs, who doesn't know a fucking sock from a fucking woolly hat, basically.
I think that was the game plan all along, though, wasn't it? With them,
probably.
Really.
I think everyone sort of
grow.
Yeah,
more. It's it's a shame. It is.
They get that, and we get that.
Yeah.
Ultimately. Let me go for a few more comments because I bet you I'm about 3.5 weeks behind. Must have forgotten he was going through the comments, old sod. Thank you. Okay. How come you're not getting any shit here? How come I'm getting it all? By the time he gets to... Oh, look at this. Let's hope so, Scott. Scott, you will be missed. Yes, not by so many as you think. Paul Greenwood. All right, lads. Cheeky Sunday Live. Get in there. How are you, pal? Thank you for joining. AB and Bev have left Bostiles and left more or less alone. Same as Asahi. Yeah, and that's how it should be.
I agree with that. Definitely agree with that.
They should do. Why change a winning formula if it ain't broke?
The good thing about that relationship with Asahi and Fuller's is it's more of a logistic solution, because they've got so much of a reach across the world. Really, Fuller's can jump on board with that logistics thing and take their beers forward more. It's not about Asahi coming in and saying, right, let me look at your ingredients and let's just cross things off. Save a bit of money. They just say get on with it, and that's fair comment, that is.
Yeah. We got Scott and Wanda saying hello to Paul. We got Paul saying hello to Scott. Baz, what are your thoughts on Beer Monster asking for a friend? Oh dear, he has to go down that route. At the moment, Scott, I think it's all right, but I've not had a proper dabble in it. I know Scott thinks it's a bit gimmicky. I don't, because I think with the amount of beer you can pick up for it, I think it opens. It's not going to be to everyone's taste, is it? I think with the perfect draft and the blade being so easy, literally in, out, chuck it away, if you like.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a little bit more care and attention needed to this, but I just think it opens up a whole new world of different beers, and I think that's only a good thing.
I think if you're devoted to it, then you're gonna buy into something like that. But with me, this is plug and play sort of shit, isn't it? These two systems here, just get on with it. I think what puts me off with that is all the mucking about behind the scenes with like the CO2 and all that.
Well, hopefully my view on it is hopefully it's not going to be too much of a bind. The CO2 thing just screws in. Adjusting it is going to be trial and error. It's not going to be a huge amount of taking time, is it? Putting a bit of water in it to start off with. Again, for me, they're 30-second jobs. Once you're used to it, I have no doubt that within 5 minutes that beer's set up. But obviously, you've got the cleaning of the lines and everything and that. And I think if the beers come out good, I think it's a nice little addition. But it's got to be better than the pint which I cancelled. So, and that was a ball ache. That could be a ball ache. Yeah, all good, Tar. So Kirk. Oh, that's it. My mate's come on. One of my darts mates. You recovered from Friday, then, Bass. If you happen to be watching, Kirk, yes, I have just about. I'm not 110%, but I'm running on about 97 probably. But yeah. I did tell him he got me home on Friday as well. Got his dad to run me back to town. Read 3 comments and he's off again. Thank you very much, Scott. Twat. David, yes, you can go away as well. Fed up of his gums. Nothing but nice comments here.
He loves you, really. I know he does.
I know. Anything in the red rocket behind you at the moment? Have you got anything in the sub, mate? Or anything lined up for it? You do a little bit.
Delirium. Delirium's the next one.
Good man.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get a Torpor Delirium for a long while, so that'll be the next one for the Krups. But again, it's that bloody postage and packaging that puts me off. £8.5 or whatever it is. Because I'm not one of these guys that likes to buy. What is it?
Okay.
Is it 8 Torps for free delivery?
Yeah.
I just pick. I just want one every now and again, sort of thing. I don't want bloody 8 Torps in the fridge.
Yeah.
So if I'm out and about on my travels and I see a Premier shop that are stocking them, and I'll go in and I'll have a look. But yeah, Delirium's the next on the hit list.
I'll be looking forward to seeing what you say about that one.
Yeah, I'll be
looking forward to that one. Be interesting. Beer Monster looks like a pressure cooker. Yeah. John does all this. He comments on my post and puts just pictures of I swear he's a bit of a pervert and he likes Lost in Space or something because he's got all these seductive robot pictures, something like that. Anyway, Heineken bought Beavertown in 2018, so
Yeah.
maybe the beer would have been different from when I had it the first
You said
time.
29. Was it 2019? You said
2019 I had it, yeah.
Hmm.
And they bought me in 2018, so it was the end of 2019 as well. So depending on, I suppose, it may well have changed. Scott's gone back to Budvar as a go-to beer recently, so he says.
Yeah.
I've got Budvar to go in that one. So that'd be
stuff,
interesting to try that one. Yeah. David Thompson, go-to beers for me are Jamestown and Green Mountain. Yeah, I like Jamestown. I don't know what you thought about. The Green Mountain was nice and all. Really like that. Also like the Northbridge, wasn't it?
The what?
Northbridge. That was the what's the name, wasn't it? East-west thing, wasn't it?
Oh, the is it California IPA? Was it, or Mountain IPA?
Mountain IPA.
Mountain IPA.
Which was the best of both, wasn't it? Wasn't it North Brewing Co. And Bridge on that one? Yeah, that was decent. That was really nice.
Yeah, Jamestown's very nice. I think I've probably had more Jamestown than I have Green Mountain.
Yeah, I like the Jamestown. I think it got a little bit slated. I think because for a New England IPA, I think a few people sort of expected more, but it suited my palate personally.
Mm.
You know, right? Ooh. Them plates are like solid. What's he on about? Punk IPA dreadful now. The brewing process means a lucky dip on what the quality will be. Well, like I said, I've not had the latest.
Shouldn't be like that though, should it?
It shouldn't be, no.
That's the beer. In the grand scheme of things, that's the beer that put them on the map.
Yeah.
Because of what it was back then.
Yeah.
You know, it's them sort of like little moments in your life where you remember where you were. For me, I can remember having my first ever bottle of Punk IPA, and I think it was one summer, maybe 2012, 2013, and I was in the in-laws back garden, and I saw it in Waitrose. I was just getting into beer, like you know, dipping my toe in the water with trying new stuff, and I saw this Punk IPA, and I thought, yeah, I'll get that, try that out. And I sat down in the back garden at their house. I think they were doing a barbecue, and I popped the lid, and I was like, "Fucking wow!" It was aggressively bitter, hoppy, and it was a proper eye opener.
Yeah,
you know.
And a few have said, I don't know if you reviewed it, Funk X Punk.
I think I might have done it on a live many moons ago.
Yeah. I think a few people said that was more like the original Punk, wasn't it? From what I remember seeing off reviews of it. It was
I mean,
hold up. Was it
Scott had the pleasure of reviewing a torp of it on the Krups, and it was cloudy, and it was lovely. But that's not available anymore now. It's been out of stock for bloody years now. That has, because I thought, I've got to get a torp of that. It looks looks the business, you know.
Yeah. We'll go through a couple more. Brewdog is run on a strict budget. They won't brew a beer to zero cost, cheap. No, that's it. Like you say, the Brewdog have pretty much gone like football clubs have. It is literally all. It's not about people who love beer. It's about
corporate monster.
Yeah. Scott's put they went to court. Keep the beer's name for fuck's sake out of his juice. All about the money, yeah. It is. It's all about the money.
Yeah, it's sad, really.
Carbon, yeah, it's all right because they're carbon negative though. Couldn't fucking care. Just make a decent beer. And the daft thing is, if you want a beer, you don't give a fuck about the planet, do you? You know, if you go out to buy a beer, you want a decent beer. You don't care that maybe there's a bit of cardboard that's not in the water now.
It's all a front though, isn't it? All that sort of, you know, it's appeasement, isn't it, by doing all that.
Yeah, but they've got an airline and hotels and they've got breweries everywhere. They're you know, I don't know. Brewdog are the Carlin of craft beer. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think they've gone that way. Maybe even Tiny Rebel have gone a little bit that way. Maybe.
Yeah. Or trying to anyway.
Breeding even, advertising on TV. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're all going to do that, I suppose, aren't they? It's like the old Pinter gets advertised, does it, on TV now? And I'd still rather have a bloody Brewdog beer than one from them generally. Right. Who else is there? Benjamin. Afternoon, just picked up a Magic Rock beer from Waitrose while trying to find the vintage ale. So that'd be because of you, mate, not me. And a Billionaire Stout from M&S. I've not had the Billionaire one.
Ah, yeah, that's funny enough. I've been on the retail park around my way today at the M&S, and I picked up the Brick Brewery. They did sour in the 440s. I've reviewed it. It'll probably be up tomorrow. And I noticed the Arbor Billionaire Stout on there as well. Yeah,
right.
£3, I think.
Which is this sour then? I thought you were going to say the strawberry and cucumber.
No, this is very berry or something. It's an M&S label, but it's brewed for Brick. You know, brewed by Brick.
For M&S, yeah.
For M&S in a 440, and there's that one, and then there's the Arbor one that Benjamin was on about. Billionaire Stout, salted caramel something.
Oh, salted caramel, aren't they now? Seem to be.
Yeah, it's all the rage now, isn't it?
I don't even know if I like salted caramel. I don't think I do. I like caramel, but the salt shit in it, I don't know. But
it depends how much salt's in there, doesn't it? If it's too overboard with the salt, then it's a bit off-putting. But it's getting that fine balance.
Yeah, you literally need that.
It does work sometimes.
Don't you, in the background? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Scott said hello, afternoon, Benjamin.
Oh, this Quack is fucking delicious, mate. I'll just keep going on it.
You won't be having your dinner, mate. You'll be the one fucking falling over.
I'll have to have it through a straw, won't I?
Here we go, Benjamin. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Can I compliment you both on the end quality of your internet connection? Perfect live stream. Shame the picture quality is so high, though. Lower resolution would make this one easier to watch. I think when you set it up, you can only do it as 720, can't you?
Don't know.
I think when we were trying to mess around with, well, I was trying to mess around seeing if it was my end. I think the lowest you can do is 720.
720. Okay.
So, because it had the option to do the full HD. So I do apologise for that, Benjamin. But what can I do?
Of course, we've got to plug our Christmas special, haven't we, over on Scott's channel? You
go for it, mate. You go for it. Benjamin said hi, Scott.
So. Yeah, so basically, me and this lovely fella here, and Scott, and also Chris's beer reviews.
And that's Scott, that little twat.
That Scott, yeah. we're all doing a Christmas special. I think the day's been changed now, hasn't it? Is it on the 11th now?
No, we're the 18th.
Oh, we're still on the 18th. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be good fun.
I'm not sure what year. But
no reviews. It's just Christmas beers, dark beers.
Chat. That's it.
Beer chat. Having a good bit of fun with some good friends. And
yeah, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time. So look forward to that. That's over on Scott's channel on the 18th. He has put posts out on that to let people know what's going on. So I'm looking forward to it. I am.
Won't be good fun, that one. I won't be starting on the Grand Prestige show. That won't be the first beer of the night. That'll have to be the last one, I think.
I'm sure I can find something decent. I'll research about those. Try and get some festive beers, try and keep in the spirit and all that.
Yeah. Well, I'll have me some Fulian. I don't know. I want to review that, so I don't know. We'll see. I can't justify the cost, Dean. Oh, hang on. I love the sub, but nah, loving the PD though. Well, in all fairness, Scott, I've said this to you before, Dean, haven't I? I said, Delirium, what are you going to pay? All right, yeah, I know you can pick it up for £2.50 in Tesco's. You can go online and pick it up for £3.
Yeah.
6 bottles in a tube, £18.99. It's not a huge. It's not a ridiculous.
There's not, yeah, if you bulk
grand scheme of
buying,
things.
if you bulk buying, there's bugger all in it, really. In the
But I
grand
can
scheme of
understand, yeah. You know, when there's talks out there that you can pick up if they're on offer for 6-7 quid or 8-9 quid if you're paying for, you know, for a talk. Obviously going to 19 quid is a big difference. So I kind of get it, but if you look at it, depends on how you want to look at it, doesn't it?
Well, I sent Beowulf a bloody message, and I said, you know, hey, surely a company of your size can do some sort of like gerrymandering with the bloody P&P. If somebody wants to order one torp or a couple of torps, you know, for a reasonable amount of postage, instead of this bloody £8 odd.
Well, somebody had ordered four kegs for the blade and 2 torps, and they was moaning about having to pay postage for the 2 torps. Well, surely if someone spent 120, 130 quid on bloody blade kegs, and you know,
you shouldn't even have to go down that road of bloody postage at that price, you know, for
box.
that purchase.
Yeah, a bigger box to put fucking 1 torp in each box.
Yeah, that's a piss take, that is.
So
I tend to swerve it, really, and like I said earlier on, you know, I managed to travel around a little bit and find out places that probably sell torps.
Yeah,
and I'll pop in and have a look and see what they've got, but it's not always what I want. You know, they'll have the usual suspects in there, like Amstel, Heineken, you know, Peroni, not Peroni, bloody, what is it?
Moretti.
Yeah, you know, all that, you know, Strongbow and all that, and which is a shame, because you want to walk into a shop and see a torp of Delirium for bloody 18 quid or 16 quid, grab it and walk out.
Shorter dates on them, though, aren't they? I've said to you before, because it's all unpasteurized and stuff. I think the dates are a bit shorter, so that's maybe an issue why they don't dabble in at 19 quid a keg and hope that someone's going to buy it. But I don't know. Paul Greenwood, 8 torps, free delivery, or in local Premier shop. Well, for me, where I live, we don't have Premier shops that, you know, that do all this stuff. So if I'm looking from my point of view, that would be what I would, you know, I would order 8 torps and say, right, I suppose not everyone's got the option. I could travel to Wolverhampton, Warrington. So if I want to have an hour's drive, I suppose, there's places there, but I suppose there's a lot of places about that have these shops that are handy, and so there's always 2 sides, isn't there, to every coin?
And it's again, it all boils down to convenience, doesn't it? Convenience for the person. I find it convenient to just grab a torp every now and then. I don't want to be bogged down with 8 torps. But then again, I appreciate that people like to buy like that. You know, I'm not knocking it. It is what it is.
Travel and Brews has joined us, although he's probably buggered off again because we've left him that long. Joining late, sorry.
Roll through the comments, Buzz. Go on top of the comments, mate.
We'll try and catch them all up. There's about 6.
Go through.
There's more comments here than head on the beer. Jamestown is decent drop from supermarket. Yeah, I liked it. Dean likes it. Decent beer. I've had Punk IPA, other Brewdog beers out here in India. Oh yeah, because he's out in India, isn't he? And the thing that stands out for me is these imported beers are made in the UK, and I can buy it cheaper here than in a Brewdog pub. Now that is fucking bad, isn't it? That is bad. If it's brewed in the UK and they're importing it and it's still cheaper in bloody India.
You can't make that shit up, can you?
We're definitely getting robbed, aren't we? Heard a rumour is coming out for PD, 48 quid a keg. A rumour Punk IPA is coming out for PD. Not as far as I know, but if you're right.
It's all InBev focused, isn't it? They're not going to go near that.
Nobody would pay 6 litres, 48 quid. No chance. Punk on Talk was quality. I remember Scott saying it was a totally different experience, even though the beer was the same.
It was hazy. It was cloudy. It looked bloody. Looked the bee's knees.
That's how you want it. You know, when you buy these things, you don't want second-rate beer, do you?
Yeah.
I've always said that. You know, I've said to you, didn't I, with the Amstel for the blade, I bought a £500 machine, and I get the shit fucking Amstel that you can
UK
get on your
UK
machine
brewed shit, yeah.
on something that's 400 quid less.
Yeah,
if you
no,
like.
that's completely out of order. That's proper naughty. That is, because
Yeah.
you expect the full fat version when you're shelling out that sort of money on a product. You
And the
expect
same
the
on the
real
PD.
McCoy.
You know, you get lots of people saying, "Oh, I want to see bloody," you know, everyone. There was so many people going, "Tenants on the PD, tenants." No, I haven't bought the machine for that. I bought the machine for good beer, for Quack, for Lowenbrow, Left, or Lefty.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've made an investment to buy good beer, not to buy saying I can go to a supermarket and pick up for fucking $3.99 for 4 cans. That taste shit. And then put a short video up and moan about it. Anyway, that's a different story altogether, that one. Salty Popcorn said, "Are you, Liam? What you been up to in India? Drinking lots of beer by the looks of it, Salty. Pinter, massive paperweight. Do you know what, Scott? I really wanted to like it. And the idea of it was great. For me, the beers were too similar. There was a few that stood out, but they still had that same taste in the background. And the leaking of the first one constantly was a no-no. Sorry, if you're designing stuff, that's not the way to go. And that's what put me off the second one. That's why I've ended up with this one. Because at least that won't leak. Even if it ends up shit, it still won't leak. Yes, Travel and Brews has enjoyed somebody's comment. I can't think now. It's been that long since we've done. The Pints comment on TV now. Yeah, they are Pinters on TV in between football games and that, I think. Travel and Brews has told Salty Popcorn that he's drinking lots of beer. It's just what I said. Bagger. I don't know who Bagger is. Do you know Bagger? But no. Yeah, Spoon sell Punk IPA on draft now. They've been doing that for a while. And I actually think I've had it on draft, Christ, probably for 4 or 5 years now from Spoons. £2.69 a pint. That's when it was 5.6. And it was a decent pint for what you were paying for. It was a decent drink, I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it's gone down a bit. When I went to Western Supermare earlier in the year, it's £3.10 for the same beer. Which is amazing, isn't it, really? Isn't it? You get the same beer. Spoons are probably buying it all.
Yeah.
Anyway, at all the same price.
Getting a job lot on it.
Yeah, yeah. Thomas is in. Hi, everyone. Good old Thomas. He's always about, isn't he? He's a lad. And Northern Southerners said, "Are you, Thomas?" And back. And then Scott said, "Are you?" And it's gone back. And Thomas, get off my stream. You're killing all my comments. Everyone just comes along to say hello to you. 18th still, guys. No idea what he's on about there.
Yeah.
We got more highs. Not buggered off, listening and loving it. Oh, he's still here. I must be getting to the end somewhere, maybe. I don't know. No one wants 4.1% UK Amstel. No, you don't.
No.
Why would I spend 30 quid on a keg of 8 litres, which, don't get me wrong, it's not excessive. It's a lot of beer for your money. But you can probably buy 8 litres for about fucking 20 quid, can't you? In bottles for exactly the same stuff.
It's a piss take, full stop.
Horrid. Do a kite video, Scott said. I would, but I don't have a kite and I don't know how to use it. Punk at Spoons, yes. When I went to, was it a year or two ago? I think when me and the missus went away somewhere, I can't remember now. It was about £3.80 in a Spoons in the airport. Punk was.
It's a go-to beer, isn't it? Airport beer,
Yeah.
Punk.
Thing is, I mean, £3.80. I'm sitting here thinking, well, I can buy it home at £2.70. I've moaned that I paid £3.10 in Western Supermare, and then at the airport it's £3.80, and it's still nigh on £3 cheaper than any other beer you can buy in an airport. That's the worst thing about it. I think a Peroni or San Miguel I paid about £6.20 for in Manchester, and it was shit. Yeah. Yes, I know, Liam. I know they do local pricing, but that doesn't make me any happier. So, Spoons, listen to me. I'm your man. We've caught up now. Paul Greenwood, final one. Amstel Pilsner on the Krupp subs, 5% and superb. Yeah, I remember having it. It was definitely a damn sight better than that stuff. Just watery.
I think that was one of my first ever reviews. I think it was Amstel, or it might have been Heineken, but I was like, wow, this is
on
the
Sub.
business. Yeah, on the sub, it was quality stuff. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's just got that extra. The one on the blade, very watery. Has no bite, no snap to it.
Yeah, you want that bready body sort of thing, and that had it, and it was lovely, really good. 2 litres didn't last very long.
No, I bet it didn't. I mean, it wouldn't last too long anyway, would it?
No.
To be honest. I mean, let's face it, you've had about 2 litres of Quack since we've been here, haven't you? And that's exactly 4.1%, is it?
Session beer, isn't it? 8.4. What are you on about?
Oh yeah, school night stuff, mate. I'll be on a.
No, it's glorious stuff. Really is.
Yeah.
It's up there for me on the PD purchase. Definitely a keg that I'd buy again for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's very Moorish.
It's for me. It depends on your drinking habits, doesn't it? But for me, it's this time of year sort of beer, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. It works beautifully in the back end of the year. Perfect beer to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be a bit sort of like laid back with this glass at the moment, and just try and let it warm up a little bit. But it's lovely. Really is.
You'll be all right. There's plenty more glasses, isn't you, in the machine?
I just fucking fill every glass up, can't I? And just let it air a little bit.
That's it. Yeah. Scott and Wonder, 2 bottles of Punk IPA at Bristol Hippodrome, £12.80. That was a bargain. Shocking, isn't it? £3.6. Well, if you bought 4 from Tesco's, it's £6, isn't it? Or Morrison's, and you pay £12.80. They sting you all the time, don't they?
That's fucking. That's Dick Turpin shit, that is, isn't it?
Yeah. There's nothing you can do, is there? Nothing you can do. You can sit there and moan, and they'll go. Some spotty 20-year-old will be behind the counter. I don't give a shit. Just pay.
Yeah.
And
that's like a pack of sandwiches, isn't it? On a train. You know, you get on the train, pack of sandwiches, £5, and you're thinking, well, at least put some fucking cheese in it, and come on, you're just pushing it all to the front.
That's what they do, yes. Oh, it looks really full up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You get to
all at the back, bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah. It's made like a pasty, isn't it? Loads in the middle, nothing around the front edges. Travel and Brews, only Amstel out here is their Amstel Strong, at no more than 8%. Wow. I didn't even know they'd done like a strong one, but I suppose all these countries are different, aren't they? They do lots of different stuff, don't they? He's had quite a few different beers, actually.
2 ticks, mate.
Yes. Right, well, we'll carry on with a few comments just to try and catch up with you. Lucky it was Wandered Round. Yeah, that's about right, Scott, you tight old bugger. See, look, even Liam knows you from Travel and Brews. He knows you're tight as well. Pub you worked at ended up chucking their Quack glasses, wouldn't? Oh, God, yeah. You're talking... I think the cheapest I've seen these for is about about 13 quid each. They are generally these. And even when I was in one of my pubs local to me, I had a Quack, and they had exactly the same stand and glass, but they weren't branded with Quack. And I had to put a £10 deposit down just so I could have a bottle of Quack in the proper glass. But I didn't break it. They got it back, and I got my tenner back. So just bear with me for 2 seconds, because I can see the light's a bit crap where I am. So get the fancy lights on for you all. Well, I say the fancy lights, just some lights so you can see us. You can all leave us now if you can see me, if you've had enough. So, Liam, how long are you out there for, mate? Yeah, deposit, because we all know what people are like, unfortunately. There's lots of thieves out there. I've gone through all the comments. I've caught up again. Now they're all gone. How's your dinner?
Fucked, I think, by the looks of it.
Hey? Burn.
Yeah. Well, she just said, "Oh, I'm struggling with the potatoes here. They're like bloody cricket balls." I don't know.
I'm going to get the blame for this,
I know what she's done. I give her instructions. I said, I'm doing a live with Barry. Be about an hour or so. I said, I've got everything all prepped and ready, good to go.
Yeah.
I know she's forgot all about it, and she's been watching the telly. She was waving at the window, going, "Help, help."
That's because you're too good to her, mate. You're too good to her. You always do the cooking. You are bloody what's his name? I'm trying to think which one. Floyd, aren't you? Keith Floyd.
Keith Floyd, yeah, he liked a bevy, didn't he?
He like and cooking.
Yeah. No, I do like cooking. I enjoy it. I do enjoy cooking.
Yeah. No, I do see it. Travel and brews. A bit like that place in Belgium where your shoe is the deposit. Yeah. Well, you know what us Brits are like, eh? Well, everyone's stealing glass, isn't it? Even people steal Carling glasses, and you think, why? Sorry, I'm being a bit naughty there, aren't I? I'm getting into hooligan territory there, haven't I? I'll turn it back off. Yes, I'll turn. Yeah, I'll put the lights on so people could see me. And Scott's decided to show me his love, as he does. Here to early Jan. Oh, nice one. Bring back some beers. Well, that's entirely up to you. I'll leave that up to you, but you don't have to, obviously. Get some Indian, whatever ones they do. Be quite cool.
I'm sure they do a few though.
Yeah, you find that with a lot of countries, don't you? Like the I'm trying to think which one. I think it's the Amstel. I think they brew it in Greece as well, don't they? Amstel.
Don't know.
I think in Greece they do Amstel there, and I think they brew their own Amstel. It's still Amstel, I suppose, but it's brewed there, and it's 5%. I think that stuff is. So it's quite
like Guinness, though, isn't it? Guinness up and down.
Yeah.
You know, Nigerian Guinness is the bee's knees, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they brew Guinness as well, actually, in Greece, which is really random, isn't it? I bet they come over to us, don't they? Go, fucking hell, this is shit.
Yeah, water. What's this fucking pissy water?
Yeah, I can't wait to get back home. Right, we got a new one here. MK Lassens. I am trying a month of no beer and then have a couple to see if it's a different experience. I have no doubt it would be. No doubt it would be. Would you reckon?
Nice that you can do that.
You can do that, Dean. You just choose not to.
Yeah.
Like us all.
It's work, innit? It's work.
Well, it is for us, yeah, when you do reviews.
Yeah.
Like I say, after saying I had a heavy Friday night, well, it wasn't that heavy. I got into a bit of a guzzling stage. You know, when people buy a beer. Well, I don't drink shitloads now, really. I don't guzzle it, put it that way. And it just seemed to be that every time I had half left, I had another one. Full pint there. So then you're chasing, and
yeah.
My stomach can't handle that now. I knew about it when I got home. Mrs. said she come downstairs she woke up at about 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. She just woke up, or 3:30, and come downstairs, and I was snoring on the sofa. As you do.
As you do.
And she also went outside to have a fag, and there was a pile of sick everywhere. So yeah, but apart from that, yeah, it's a great night. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that, do you? Scott didn't do Stoptober, but he might have cut. Yeah, can't remember November. Yeah,
I can't remember.
He's probably still drunk, isn't he, through bloody that London beer thing he done. Craft beer one day or something.
Yeah.
That was quite cool because he said he met up, didn't he, with some of the people that watch the channel.
I suppose that's quite humbling, though, isn't it? When you get to meet people that have watched your videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I suppose it's quite sort of like, you step back a little bit and think, whoa, fucking hell, is this real?
Really? Do you know me? I'm just me. Well, I suppose it's going to be the same on Tuesday, mate, isn't it?
He's still well grounded, though, and he's got.
Oh, yeah, he's still an arsehole, yeah. He hasn't changed a bit. He hasn't put on all that made in Chelsea stuff yet. Travel and brews. Always aim to have a beer as soon as I can in Jan. So I can say I'm not taking part in the. That's it. Yeah. Not taking part. Do you know what? I'd love to do it, but I don't think I could. Well, I could do it if I really wanted to, but I don't have the inclination. If I want a beer, I want a beer. Done it years ago. Jonathan has said Audi was stocking Nigerian Guinness in the 6-pack. I've not seen that myself, but
be a good price.
I'll get hold of some. It's a decent beer, that, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's 7.5, 7.4, something like that.
It's a different beer altogether.
Oh, completely.
Which is funny, isn't it? Why do you think they brew it stronger abroad? Why do you think in Nigeria? Do you think maybe cost?
Don't know.
Do you think maybe that they haven't got the people drinking 20 pints of it a night? So if they go out and have 2,
yeah,
with the same feeling, maybe?
Yeah, it probably boils down to sort of like bloody quality over quantity.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite a rich beer. A couple of bottles of that, and
do you think maybe they can't afford it? They couldn't afford to go out and drink, a shitload. Well, obviously it's 7.5%. You couldn't drink a shitload anyway, could you?
Well, you couldn't. Well, you couldn't bloody drink that like the normal Guinness, could you? You could. I mean, you can session the hell out of bloody.
Well, I don't know. I think there's 3 beer reviewers out there that could actually handle drinking about 8 of them, like they done with Duvel. Or was that 10?
Yeah.
But there's not enough of them in Nigeria, I suppose, to justify. And some of them had a few more beers after as well.
Yeah.
About 190% of beer or something. I don't know.
109 point something percent ABV on it or something.
Something like that, yeah. Sober as a judge, apparently.
Absolutely shocking.
Absolutely shocking. Luckily, Scott, one of them wasn't you. You got to about 24 and a half. Travel and brews. Scotland wonders halfway through. What do you mean we're halfway through? Had shitloads at the London Christmas beer market yesterday. I seen him with his Wookiee fucking Christmas jumper. I don't know if you saw that.
As long as they both had a good time, that's all that matters, doesn't it?
Well, that's it, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Nice little
you go out for, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Scott said, yeah, he can't remember. So he must have had 1 or 2 or 3.
That's what it's all about.
Must have been on the Duvels again.
Hey, we won't touch that with a barge pole now. He's got a phobia of Duvel now. It brings him out in a rush just looking at the label now.
Just thinking about it, yeah. I got to admit, I did get a little bit tipsy once on. Well, it wasn't just on this. I was tipsy beforehand, but then proceeded to drink Drambuie.
Oh.
Me and 2 mates went for a bottle of Drambuie after getting in from home, and we were lighting them and that. I can't even stomach the sight of it. Even the bottle, even just looking at the bottle, I just think, ooh.
No.
Scott's proud to be an arsehole. Good man. Have you given up the... Oh, here we go. We got another one coming up. Salty Popcorn. Have you given up the spicy challenges, Barry? At last, Carrie it did give me bad guts. I haven't given them up. I just haven't got around to doing it, to be honest. I've said to Chris, because there's been some new stuff in Iceland, some like Carolina Reaper stuff, about doing a video with him, doing a live with him. But they will be coming up. But yeah, it did hammer my gut, I tell you. It's not saying... I wouldn't recommend picking up that Reaper from bloody Spice and Easy. Yeah, didn't do me any good. Really didn't. But you live and learn, don't you?
You do.
I just don't learn very quickly. Hence the reason I keep end up being ill if I had too many beers. So. incidentally, to everyone out there that is watching, hopefully it's going to go ahead, isn't it, Dean? Tuesday.
Yeah. Good to go,
I'm
man.
going to meet.
Green light.
Good man. I'm going to meet up with Dean because I'm off to a painting and decorating show in Coventry. Dean has told me that he's like half an hour away from Beer Gonzo, which I was going to go and visit. So I'm actually finally going to get to meet the legend.
Nah, turn that in. Not that fucking shit off, Baz. Come on.
So yeah, I'm finally going to get to meet the man. So that should be fun.
Yeah.
Might put a couple of pictures
we
up.
might sneak a cheeky review in just for.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Low ABV though, because we're driving.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like 9 or 10%.
No. Session beer.
Not three of them.
No, we'll sneak something in just for the sake of, because I suppose we can.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
They've got a nice little tap room at the back of the shop, so we can go in there and pick something and do a little review just for memorabilia, if nothing else.
I've already got an idea that I'm going to have a picture with you. I'm going to say,
yeah, fine.
One's a beer reviewing legend and one's Dean. Yeah. Yeah, but yes, I'm looking forward to it, mate. Looking forward to it.
2 o'clock on the dot, yeah.
I'll message you, see how it's going.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I was thinking of leaving there about 2. I think the Rico is about 15 minutes away.
I think that's the other end of Cov, isn't it? So yeah, you've got to come over. You've got to come through town and.
Well, but yeah, it's only about 3 miles apparently, but.
Yeah, just the longest pre-mile you ever do though.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'll message you on the day.
Yeah, I'll probably do a little bit in the morning anyway. So.
After.
Yeah, send us a message anyway, boss.
Yeah, won't leave it too late, so. So I'll pick a couple up while I'm there, and maybe do a couple of reviews that night. So Tuesday, anyone watching? I'm going to pick up some different ones from Beer Gonzo, hopefully, and I'll do a couple of reviews Tuesday night.
I'll take you to the shop down the road from them as well, because they do some decent beer as well.
I'll be skint, mate. I'll be skint.
Yeah.
Are we like that?
It is a little bit. Yeah, you soon lose a few quid in there. Just picking a few beers off the shelf.
Well, hopefully there'll be some different ones I've not had stuff from, which I have no doubt there will be. So.
Well, you've got, I mean, because it's Coventry based, you've got the likes of Twisted Barrel. That's right. Like the local craft brewery in Coventry area. Some of their stuff appears on the shelves in Gonzo, so it's all right. I've had a few beers from them before. They're not too bad.
I know you've stopped there a few times, seen a few of your videos and that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, beer Gonzo sound.
That was nice of them thingy, wasn't it? What was the one that sent you some the other day? Cotswold.
Cotswold, yeah. I wasn't expecting one beer. Because they've just launched the seasonal Christmas beer.
Yeah.
Cocoa Mandarina. And he sent me a message on Instagram saying, you know, I'll send you a bottle your way. You know, I'd like to see you do a review of it. And I come back from work on the Friday and it was like a box of beer, and I was like, fucking hell. Fair play, you know.
You done better than me, mate. You done better than me when I got some sent, but I'm grateful for it anyway from what I got. So I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful, you know. Like one of them's coming your way Tuesday as well. One of them's coming your way Tuesday, mate.
Yeah, mate.
One of them beers is coming your way Tuesday.
Okie dokie.
So I want to hear your views on it. When I reviewed it, it still seemed very fresh, really fresh, and it had that real sort of bite to it, fresh, hoppy sort of bite, and I found it a bit too much. So be interesting to see what you think of it.
Okay.
I'm maybe going to leave it for a month and do it again, see if it sort of tones down a bit and see if it's a bit different. But yeah. Yeah, be good.
I've got this. Well, I'm going to keep this till Christmas.
Scott's doing a bit of plugging. Titanic.
Yeah, off the old man. But I'll do my usual Boxing Day unboxing sort of thing because I'll have loads of beers to do. So I'll probably do a little video explaining what's coming up in January, I guess.
As you do. Everyone loves them, mate. Everyone loves them.
Yeah, it can't be a good unboxing.
I mean, you're all right because like you unbox and get them out within about a week. I'm still getting through like from about 2 years ago. I think that's why everyone's left because they think, oh well, I'm waiting for that one. It's been fucking 18 months. Scott's doing a bit of plugging now. His video's going up for his. I think he's putting a video up for the Christmas Live London Market thing. I think he was. So yeah, he's doing a bit of plugging. So go and watch that. I'll have a nosy at that. I like watching a Wookiee wearing a Wookiee's jumper. I've been very kind to Scott. I don't know if you're on about me or Dean or anyone else actually. Scott's a lovely bloke.
He is.
He loves taking the mick out of me.
Good bloke.
I just kind of.
He says what he means.
He says what he likes, and he likes what he bloody well says.
Yeah.
But without the accent. 11 p.m. Out in India. Can't believe it. How random that was. Yeah, the beers do seem to be stronger, don't they, abroad? Always do. Always seem to be sort of just typical mentality, I suppose, of this country. Or how much money can we make?
It's the old ideology of low ABV stuff, isn't it? In pubs, especially in the UK, you know, harping back to the sort of like the 70s and the 80s, it was all like 4% stuff.
Yeah.
You know, people would turn the other way at anything over that sort of ABV, and it's I mean, I guess even to this sort of day, you've got people that I know. I've got a few of my mates, and they'll go, bloody hell, it's like this 8.4. They'll go, fucking hell, what are you doing drinking that sort of stuff? And it's, for me, it's almost normal now. But a few people, they're put off by it. They're thinking, oh no, I'm not drinking that 8.5%. Not having it.
Yeah, but it don't have to be nasty, does it?
No.
A strong beer doesn't need to be nasty, and you're not. Well, I'm going to guess that you're not going to sit there and drink 8 pints of Quack.
No.
You know, whereas your mates would be drinking 10, 15 pints of bloody
4%
stuff and just in one end out the other.
Mm. Yeah.
Right, Scott. Only one opening the beers on camera. Black Cat. All right, lads. Does the Quack has an old school? Yes, it does have an old school. Yeah, it does to me. Yeah, it's probably, like I said earlier, didn't I? I said it's probably for me one of the least sort of Belgian sort of beers I've had.
It's
as in strong.
It's the Belgian equivalent of an English strong ale.
Yeah, because you get that, like you say, although you don't really get that big alcohol hit, you know you're drinking it, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's got presence with it, but yeah, I mean it is moreish though. I mean I won't beat about it.
It's very drinkable.
It is drinkable.
Yeah. You know,
but it's a lovely representation on the perfect draft for sure.
Like broadside, isn't it? That's a boozy little number, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's got vibes of English strong ale running through it. Running through its DNA. It's got a little bit of that going through it, but at the same time, it's still like quite traditional. You've got that Belgian sort of like candied sweetness in there, but it's fabulous. Go
live when we meet. Well, we could do. We We can.
No, I guess so.
We
Yeah.
go live, or if live, or do a video or whatever, upload in it.
Yeah.
We'll do something in it. Yeah, be good. Be good. Me and Dean met, well, sort of, waved as we passed each other on the M27.
Yeah, the M27. Yeah, I was going Southampton way, and I think he was coming back to Pompey.
I'll tell you what, Scott. If you think I'm bad on YouTube and StreamYard and shit, I'm as bad on the road. So it could end up that I just end up passing him, going like that.
Yeah,
I'll chuck your box out the window.
Yeah, you fucking hell, Baz! You just drove past, mate. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it is quite awkward to park down there, though. To be fair.
Is it?
Yeah. Depending who gets there first. I normally there's a co-op across the road from it, and then there's a side street. I park down there because it's single yellow lines.
I'll have a nosy. Well, I'll be stuck on a roundabout or something. Dean, I'm lost. Can you park here? That's what it will be, trust me. Who we got? Here we go. Ron Kildinio just joined the live video. What have you missed? Whoa, you guys on the Quack? Yes, we are. You've probably joined at the wrong time because I think old Dean's going to have to shoot off in a bit.
I will in a bit, yeah.
We're on the Quack.
Yeah.
Although I think mine needs to top up, doesn't it? Mine needs to top up. Shall I have a top up? Should we make this glass?
I'm going to go to the toilet anyway, mate.
Okay, all right. I'll go through the comments then. What have you missed? Yeah, we're just reviewing the Quack, and then just some idle chit chat. Quack's from the Perfect Draft, 8.4%. If you know the beer, you'll know the crack anyway. So I think probably what we'll do is, because Dean's doing dinner, or was supposed to be doing dinner, and I think he's got in trouble because it's got burnt, I think. We'll probably, Dean will have his beer, I'll top mine up, and then we'll probably just end it once we finish that one, maybe. We'll see what Dean wants to do. Scott and Wonder, Titanic, sink them, Dean. Oh, I'm sure. I'll tell you what, Scott, I'm sure Dean will sink him. He likes his beer, doesn't he? He does get him down his neck. We've got Jay's Funky Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining us. Just about to try the Magic Rock on PD. Is it good? Which Magic Rock you on about, mate? Because they've got the High Wire Grapefruit and they've got the Dark Arts. I mean, I say that. The High Wire Grapefruit I really enjoyed. I've had that from a can and I found it a little bit too much. It was very, very grapefruit, very bitter. But I found the Grapefruit High Wire from the Perfect Draft was a lot smoother, a lot softer, and a lot more drinkable than I was expecting. And the Dark Arts, I thought that was really good as well. Obviously, the temperature that it chills it down to at 3 degrees isn't ideal, but yeah, for me, it's definitely something I would buy again, both of them. So yeah, I think whichever one you've got, I think you're in for a treat, as long as you like that style of beer, which I'm guessing you would have, hence the reason you bought it. But you never know. You never know. Right, the Titanic was built in my hometown. Yeah, it was all right when it left here, yeah. Cracking one. Dean, I think Dean's back now. Look at this comment. Can you see it, can you?
Yeah. Okay.
It was all right when it left here.
Yeah.
That's like giving Herms a parcel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it was all right when it got here.
Yeah. Sold the scene, that is.
Once the lads have booted it over the fence or something, and
blame the fucking driver for that.
Yeah. That was the driver of the Titanic as well, you can blame. Yeah. Northern Southerner, shameless plug, reviewing more Spanish swill over the festive period in Benidorm. Yes, John's going away to Benidorm over Christmas. I'm hoping to go to Morocco, so I might review probably Morocco's only beer that they ever brew, probably, and that's probably going to be swill. So,
I was going to say, is it not a Muslim country?
Probably.
Yeah, be very limited though, wouldn't it? On
Yeah,
beer.
I think last time I went there about 3 years ago, well, it's like most hotels, isn't it? All inclusive. It's just that.
That, yeah.
You've got that to drink. Okay.
Drink that or fuck off.
Yeah, drink that or go dry. So, so I may well do a review. Actually, I did wasn't Morocco last time. I think when we went somewhere in Greece anyway. Said to the missus, "Oh, I'm going to do a beer review." Right? It's red hot there, isn't it? So I go in the bar and I try and find somewhere quiet where you got all this music going on. And yeah, I'm sitting there, red as fuck, freckles everywhere, and a big white beer belly sticking out. And I sort of started it and went, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll leave this one. It's not a great beer anyway. It was all right. Well, actually, the beer was okay. Once you got to about 4 pints, it was like, oh, it's a bit arse. I didn't actually drink that much that time. What's your limits on Quack, guys? Had 4 glasses and was poured into bed. Well, I think Dean's on about 4 or 5 now.
Yeah, it's
I think this will be me 3rd. I think this one.
It's deadly, absolutely deadly. It's got that Moorish appeal to it for me. I could keep going back and back. I mean, it's probably going to catch up with me eventually, but
I'm going to let you take over now, Mon, for a minute.
Yeah.
Go and see the vicar.
Yeah, go and see the vicar. Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Fantastic beer. Yeah, you get. I mean, 8.4% ABV in the grand scheme of things. It's slowly with me. I think it's creeping up slowly, but it's very, very drinkable. And I think Barry hit the nail on the head with it, really, with regards to the closest thing from Belgium to be sort of like English, with that strong ale sort of vibe in there. Because it is quite malty. You've got that sort of toffee sort of thing in there. Quite spicy. And bloody dangerous, I guess. Because you could just keep going and going with it. He's topping off.
Topping up, huh?
That's a nice little beer on the PD, to be honest. I'll probably at a push about 5 or 6 perfect draft kegs that I've reviewed. That's definitely up there for me.
It's quite light
this time of year as well. I really raved about Pils. Fucking hell, what is it? What's it called? What's the Pilsner? The Belgium bloody beer. Jupiler. I mean, I got to review that back in the summer, and that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
This falls into that autumnal winter sort of category of perfect beer to have, and it is. It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's quite light, isn't it, to drink?
It is.
I think that's the body on it isn't.
It's a little bit bready.
It's not overly heavy though, is it?
No, it's nothing weighty about it, but it's a little bit of breadiness about it.
But for something so strong and being Belgium, you would expect it to be quite weighty to drink, and it is, like you say, it is quite easy to drink, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's probably easier than Ritual.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You could drink more of that than Ritual.
Yeah, I know Ritual's a little bit stronger, but you can feel the weight of the beer in the Ritual, couldn't you? Which is nice because it suits the beer.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Saying that, I've demolished a keg with a father-in-law on a day.
Yeah, I mean, if my old man came and visited, we'd soon make light work of that.
Oh keg. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
You would just keep pouring and pouring.
Were you doing that anyway?
Stuff.
He's a mod, isn't he? Hello, Dean. He's a star, isn't he? Oh dear. Yeah. Anyway, Ron Caldinio, brilliant. Love it. We've all been dragged to bed a few times. Best send the wedding invites now, Baz, when you're like, yeah, you best have, mate. Best have, trust me. I'm going to leave 3 days before. Well, I'm actually coming down on the Friday. I think we spoke about it. Wedding's on the Saturday, isn't it? I think his wedding's on the Saturday. Me and the missus coming down on the Friday. So we'll sort of like do a Friday night. We'll do our own thing the Friday. Wedding Saturday, and maybe have a little bit of a roam around on the Sunday, and then bugger off home. Just hope I don't bump into
good, mate. Get yourself down to Staggermundy good.
Oh God, I don't know. That'll have to be the Friday then. It can't be the Sunday. She'll go nuts. I know what she's like. Hopefully, I won't bump into my sister anyway either. I had a bit of a fallout with her, so hopefully I won't see her. Different story altogether anyway. Dean's dinner is ruined. I can see the smoke from here. Yeah. I can hear the alarms from here, actually.
No, yeah, I went when I went to the toilet. I had a quick look, and I thought, no, you've fucked up. You've absolutely fucked it.
I take it you're the main cook in the house, then?
Yeah, she burns water, mate.
She burn the water.
Yeah, can't cook, won't cook.
I think these women have you. I think they've got you, and my missus does cook. I think I can't cook. I can't cook. That's because they get out of it then, don't they? Steve's channel's in the house. Good evening, gents. Hope you're good. How are you, Steve, mate? Well, he's got to have keyhole surgery apparently on his shoulder.
What, from that fall?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh, he got a bit drunk, didn't he? I was watching.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I had too much and fell down the stairs." It's quite good actually because it makes me feel better. I don't feel so bad now. Roasties are done.
Yeah. Is it wrapped, is it?
Nah. It'll be good, mate. It'll be perfection. Are you, Gemma?
All right.
Well, no, you need to taste it, but it's dished up, so carry on.
All right, okay. I'll shoot off in a bit, mate.
Yeah, no worries, mate. We can close it up now if you want, mate. If your dinner's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, after an hour and a half or 2 hours, what's our conclusion on Quack? Is it any good?
Spot on.
I wouldn't order it again.
No, it's
No.
beautiful. Really is.
Anyone that likes, well, even English ales, it's one that's going to appeal to you, isn't it?
Yeah, you could relate to it. If you like your strong English ales, I'll be right up your street, that would. It's good stuff, mate.
Jesus Christ, there's more bloody comments here. Quickly before we shoot off, then let's
go through the comments, mate. It's all right.
We'll sort of start finishing it off now. Jay's Funky Beer Reviews. The stout one, mate. Yeah, he said he's got a Magic Rock beer to try. The stout is really good. You will lose a bit of flavour on with it being so cold, but you still get it all really there. You still get all the flavour. It's still a really decent beer. Pours like a dream as well. Even from the first pint I poured, absolutely perfection all the way down. Always had a decent head on it. Wasn't flat. It was really decent. So I think you're going to enjoy that one. We've got Raggy here. Evening, lad. How do you, Raggy? You've joined in a little bit late because we're all about to disappear, I think. Dean's going to get a Yorkshire pudding on his head. Thomas has said, "Hi, Raggy. Couple of hundred less scummers in the world with the Titanic sinking." Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll ignore that one. Dean's going to be face down in the dinner, yeah. I expect he will, yeah. That'll be his missus going.
Yeah. You bastard making me cook this fucking dinner.
Yeah.
Fucking golf ball roast potatoes.
Have you got stuffing?
Yeah, but that's probably like the
yeah.
fucking tarmac.
What you want to do is write Titleist on them, sell them as golf balls. I've had one today, teetotal. He'd never know how to be teetotal, would he?
No.
Oh, bloody raggy, Jesus! I don't know how he stands up sometimes. He does that many beers, doesn't he? But fair dues to him. Dean's in the shit. That's Scott and Wanda. Well, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
I keep poor old Wanda. We drag her in, don't we, just because of the name? But you know full well it's nothing to do with Wanda, didn't you? Well, you'd like to think so. Thomas has said thanks. Great live, lads. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for watching, mate. Thank you for all the abuse. That's the
I'm
only
going to have
reason I come
to
along.
go forth and multiply anyway, Buzz.
Yes, no worries. Right,
Yeah.
so
Try and fucking salvage this Sunday dinner.
salvage your dinner. Right, we'll say bye to everyone then.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining me, Dean, or me joining you, or
No.
however it's been.
No,
And
thanks for saving the day, mate.
Nah, well, save it. I don't know. I don't know, but thank you everyone for watching. Much appreciated. It's been a good crack. Been a good crack. I've enjoyed it. Lots of interaction. I know I've been a bit slow on the thingy, but you know, that's me.
Yeah, it happens, mate. It happens.
Them lads should be grateful because I'm going to be about 4.5 hours late when I meet you on Tuesday. So I think they've got away with it quite lightly. I'll be stopping at your house, Mon.
You're more than welcome.
Right, I'll cancel that hotel. Okie dokie then, mate. Thank you for the review.
$59.99 a night, mate. Yeah.
It's going to have to be cheaper than my hotel room.
Yeah, you get toast, scrambled egg on toast,
and quack. Well, I won't get any quack. That'll be gone.
Yeah.
That'll be gone. That will. Okie dokie, mate. Thank you very much.
Ciao.
Much appreciated. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you to everyone else, and we'll see you again.
Cheers.
Cheers.